Good afternoon, YouTube. Akira2805 here. Today I'm going to do something a little different for all the beginners out there who are just starting to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I've gotten got a couple of comments on a couple of my videos that have stated, I'm new to this game, I want to start playing it. Can you give me some advice on what cards or deck I need to start out with? And to be honest, I couldn't think of no other deck for them to start out with than the new Dragons Collide structure deck. And I also promised one of them, I can't recall their name at this moment, I'm terrible with names, but if you're watching this, you know who you are, because I did say I would do this within a couple of days, but I'm going to go ahead and do it tonight because I'm kind of anxious. I'm going to show you watching this and anybody else who's interested some combos to use with this particular Dragons Collide custom format I've designed. But first I'd like to give a shout out to a team recruiter. He's the one I have to thank for giving me some advice on this deck and what card I should. Yeah, there it is. He told me about this card, Future Fusion. Now, I didn't really consider this at the beginning because I didn't have this card. I mean, you know, at least not lying around so I can put it in any deck. But, yeah. He did recommend it to me. So I'm like, oh yeah, it'll definitely work. And it does work. It sets me up for so many combos, and it sets my graveyard up, it sets my banished line up, it just sets me up for so many good combos. It just, you know, it works great. I love it. So, Team Recruiter, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do look at his channel. It's awesome. His wind-up deck is quite good, in my opinion. I've never seen anything like it. So, check out his channel, subscribe to him, ask him for advice. He'll help you out. Alright, so now on to the main business. I'm going to show you some of the combos I love doing with this deck. And of course the first combo, I can't think of no other one to start out with than using Future Fusion. It sets you up for two things. One, it sets you up for sending these 5 cards from your deck. There they are. It sets you up for this. You can dump 3, if you're lucky enough to have them in your deck when you get this card. This is like in the beginning of a duel, by the way. If you're lucky to have all 3 White Stone of Legends and both Eclipse Wyvern, you can dump all 5 into the graveyard, and guess what? Yep. Since these effects are mandatory, you have to do them. First, Eclipse Wyvern. Let me let y'all read it itself. This card is sent to the graveyard. Excuse me. Banish 1 level 7 or higher light or dark dragon type monster from your deck. I personally always go for these 2. If I can find them. Yeah. I'll dump these 2 from my deck and banish them because they come in so handy later. So those 2 are banished. You just dumped 3 White Stone of Legend, which allows you to add a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. So, booyah. And since you just dumped 5 Dragon type monsters in your hand, I mean from your deck to the graveyard, excuse me, 2 turns later, if you have it in your deck at the time, you get a 5-headed dragon 2 turns later. That's assuming your opponent doesn't stop this in any way. Either he destroys this before he comes out, or he will negate this or bounce it back to your hand. But either way, but if he does stop this before he does that, or he's bounced back to your hand or grave, excuse me. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out which way to do this. Okay, you play this, you dump 5 dragon-type monsters in the graveyard. You end your turn. He plays an MST, that goes to the graveyard. It's not the end of the world, because this is what this card is useful. If I can find, there it is. This card will come in handy also, Dragon's Mirror, which allows you to banish the 5 dragon-type monsters in your graveyard and banish them, which allows you to special summon a 5-headed dragon. So there you go. And I guess that's the main combo. Use with Future Fusion is to get the 5-headed dragon out, or in combination with the Dragon's Mirror. Okay, so that's combo number 1. Okay, I'm also going to show you one of my favorite combos I absolutely love doing with this deck. Okay. Say, for example, you just use the Future Fusion to dump those 5 dragon-type monsters in your graveyard. And you still have 2 metal dragons removed from play. Okay. Okay, so continuing with this, I normally get this a lot, really. Let's see what I can do here. Where is it? Yeah. Where is this other spell? I'm sorry, I'm with you in a second. I'm still trying to find. Aha, there we go. Okay, here we go. No, that's not it either. Where is it? There we go. Okay, say you have, this is your hand right here. You got 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, a Darkness Metal, DDR, and a Light Pulsar Dragon. You can't really summon anything on your own here, but with the spell card you can, which allows you to play it, and you must discard 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon up one of your banished monsters, which allows you to special summon up a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Okay, here's a fancy combo. First of all, you use this effect to summon up a Dragon-type monster from your hand or graveyard. You summon up a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Let's get this to the side. Special summon up a Blue Eyes that you just used in combination with the DDR. You banish him, which gets rid of that. Summon up another one. And by the rules, a new one has entered the field, which allows you to use his effect, which can special summon up Light Pulsar Dragon, which this is where my special combo comes into play now. Okay, Blue Eyes White Dragon is not important right now. Sorry, buddy. But I will say this. These 2 cards are all you really need in this deck. If these 2 cards are on the field, they are almost unbeatable. Because once this guy goes to the graveyard from the field by any means, target 1 level 5 or higher Dark Dragon-type monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. Okay, so for example, you have these 3 ready to go, and your opponent... First of all, you attack, and your opponent has, for example, a Mirror Force. It's set, you attack, he plays Mirror Force. Now, a second, this stupid camera got knocked back a little bit. Anyway, you attack, he plays, or, excuse me, he or she, I'll just say they, they play a Mirror Force. All 3 of these are going to the graveyard. Your opponent thinks he's got you. You just summoned all that for no apparent reason. But, aha. Light Pulsar Dragon just went to the graveyard at the same time as your Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, which allows you to special summon him from the graveyard in that same action. And guess what? It's still the battle phase. If he has nothing, excuse me, God, I gotta stop saying this. I'm sorry, I do a lot of males. Females I don't really have the pleasure of coming across, so I do apologize for the females watching this. They think they got you beat. But you activate Light Pulsar's effect, you special summon him, it's still the battle phase. Unless they have something to stop it, you get a free attack. 2,800. Then main phase 2 comes around. He left the field, which means you can activate his effect again. Which, of course, I go for the Light Pulsar Dragon. So you pretty much see where this is going. It's an endless cycle. So, for example, next turn your opponent is lucky enough to have or draw a Dark Hole. They play it. These go to the graveyard, but Light Pulsar's effect activates again since he was sent to the graveyard at the same time as this guy. You have something for defense. And your opponent will be like, oh crap, it's never-ending cycle. Yeah, your opponent's going to have to think a lot more strategically to get rid of these two, to keep them from activating their effect. Really, they can only do one of 3 things to really eliminate this process. It's either to stop these two from being summoned by way of negating their summon, bounce them back to your hand, or banish them with a trap card called D-Prison. Dimensional Prison. That's really the only way to break this cycle. Otherwise, the opponent will have to think a lot more strategically to get around these cards. Okay, another combo I love using. This really pisses my opponents off from the Dueling Network. So, for example, they have a 4,000 attack monster, a Trish, and or something. I'm just saying, for example, for some high attack monsters, they have like a 4,000 attack monster, a 3,000 attack monster, and maybe 1 or 2 others. I love using this effect also. Okay, say these two survive around the time my turn comes up. These two are already on the field. I have a Blue Eyes Red Dragon card in my hand or in my graveyard. I play Ancient Rules, which allows me to special summon up. And let me zoom out, which allows me to special summon up a Blue Eyes White Dragon from my hand. Activate his effect. Special summon up another Blue Eyes White Dragon card from my graveyard. I Ixie summon these two to summon up Thunder and Dragon, which is effect states, once per turn, you can detach 1 Ixie material monster from this card to destroy all other monsters on the field. Sadly, that includes you or all of yours, with the exception of him, so he survives. But here's a good combo. So, for example, you have all these monsters on the field, but their attack points aren't enough, and you want to end the duel, right now. So you activate his effect by sending the Ixie material card from this card to the graveyard to destroy all other monsters. Boom, 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 boom. Aha! But guess what? Light Pulsar's effect activates, and it's still your main phase 1. Resummon up Darkness Metal Dragon. Since he left the field and it's still your main phase 1, you special summon up Blue Eyes White Dragon. And guess what? His field is left unguarded. 3, 6, 7, 8. pretty much an OTK right there. So there you go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is one of my main combos that I use all the time, and it works. I love that combo. It is a great combo to use. I love it. Whew, I'm pooped. Okay, well, hope that helped y'all. For y'all learning this game and getting into it for the first time. Dragons Collide is a good deck to start out with. You just have to really concentrate with it. You got to study it. You got to understand what its basic combos are, which are mainly sending monsters from your deck or hand to the graveyard and banishing cards. Study it well and you will master it like I have. Okay, hope that pretty much sums it up, because I'm now tired. Okay, well, thumbs up the video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Any comments on this video will be most appreciated. And that's a wrap. So until next time, this is Akira 2805 signing off, and thanks for watching.